Biden administration presents a binary decision. Leave the troops there, U.S. treasure continues to flood into Afghanistan, or bring them all home. This is the decision that we are faced with. That is a false framing of the situation. In the real world, there's an opportunity cost to absolutely everything that you choose to do. If you choose to move to Nevada from California, you're not going to go to the beaches often, but you will save on taxes. There's a trade-off to everything. Now, in Afghanistan, we have withdrawn the troops. We have left our allies behind. You've all seen the images of people falling from the planes, so eager to escape the grasp of certain death from the Taliban, a totalitarian Islamic regime that the Prime Minister of New Zealand asked, please respect the rights of females. What world do these people live in? This is the problem that I see, is that we are living in a feel-good era where you make the decision that feels good devoid of real-world consequences. And this is the wokeism that has engulfed the minds of so many Americans, including the Biden administration, whoever is making the decisions for him. This is a horrific act, a stain on Joe Biden's whatever legacy you want to call it that he has. He's left the women and children of Afghanistan to these brutal warlords. Now, back to the opportunity cost of it. Why not just keep troops there, 2,500 strong, 3,000 strong, whatever it takes to supply the Afghan army? Not a great army, not well trained, etc. This is all true. They got that part right. But at least with air support, they were fighting the Taliban to a stalemate. Instead, the opportunity cost of withdrawal of these troops is the fact that the are being taken over by the Taliban and the Islamic theocracy that will support Al Qaeda, and they will eventually land on U.S. shores. A year, 2 years, maybe sooner, it will come. These people are adamant that they want to attack the West. And you saw what happened in ISIS. When ISIS was in and rising in Syria and Iraq several years ago, Europe was hit with terror attacks. There was support for Islamic extremism around the world. Although these attacks still happen, they've been dropping in recent years. We haven't heard as many of them on the news. And now you are giving fertile ground for this cancer to metastasize and grow and to spread. This is the opportunity cost of wokeism. This is the opportunity cost of bringing all the troops home. Now, you can argue, you can want to escape from Afghanistan, you want to leave Afghanistan, but understand that there is a trade-off. And now you are going to see the women of Afghanistan, at least they won't get COVID because they're going to have to mask up. All the little girls that are going to be sold into sexual slavery, marrying 45-year-old Taliban fighters at the age of 12. This is what's coming. And yes, as a U.S. citizen, I don't mind some of my tax dollars going to prevent this barbaric display of Islamic fundamentalism from taking over areas of the world, and for my fellow human being to live with some modicum of freedom and possibility. We are so self-absorbed in America, we feel that everything is given to us, and you only need to travel to see how other people live to realize how lucky we are, and we are just left, these people, to this totalitarian Islamic regime. And this, unfortunately, is the trade-off. So once again, it's the opportunity cost of leaving Afghanistan in the manner that we did, with a false framing of a binary decision. No, why don't we just leave a few thousand troops there, help the Afghans, at least put the Taliban to a stalemate so that terror attacks like 9/11 don't come back to our soil. Is that wrong? Can you guys tell me what I'm getting wrong in terms of this assessment? The Biden administration is completely inept, and they are completely responsible for this. They will tell you that their hands were tied by Donald Trump. Of course, they're going to try to blame Orange Man. Yes, then why in the world did they backtrack on not teaching the 1619 Project in schools and the 1776 Project, which Donald Trump projected? Why did they remove so many of the Trump mandates? Why did Biden go back on the Keystone Pipeline? If you think that this is for any other reason than pandering and inept decision making, well, I don't know. Leave it in the comments and let me know what you guys think. This is my opinion on the situation in Afghanistan, and I think it's tragic for all those young girls, women, and civilians that are going to be slaughtered by these Sharia law junkies. Let me know what you guys think. Thumb up the video, new, subscribe, all notification bell. Peace and blessings.